Hey everybody, I'm Gardiner, the Linux Gamer. Just before Thanksgiving here in these United States, a company called Alpha reached out to me and asked if I'd like to review their Centurion Nano laptop. I jumped at the opportunity, and now that I've had time to play around with it, here are some of my thoughts. This is my review of the Alpha Centurion Nano. This thing is nice. I mean, the all-aluminum body is gorgeous. The backlit chiclet keyboard is chic, and has a Chromebook-style power button integrated into it. The screen, while being a bit on the small side for my taste at 13.3 inches, is good. I mean, it's not the most cutting-edge thing in the world, but it checks all my requirements. 1080p? Check. Matte finish? Check. Viewing angles? Fine. And honestly, that's all I really care about with the screen. This machine weighs in at 3 pounds. This particular model came decked out with a dual-core Intel Core i7-7500U at 3.5 GHz and 16 GB of RAM. It comes with a 250 GB solid-state drive and a 1 TB mechanical drive. The left side of the unit has a DC input jack, one USB 2.0 port, and a headphone jack. The right side has a USB 3.0 port, a full-size HDMI, and one USB Type-C port. Oh, and an SD card slot. So you might be wondering how this machine does with performance. Well, the Nano features an integrated Intel 5916 graphics chip. I've installed Steam on here and tried a few games. It works well for 2D titles, but the integrated graphics can't compete with a dedicated chip for 3D titles. This machine seems more like a productivity device, honestly. Battery life is good. With the screen on minimum brightness, using Firefox Quantum to write this review in Google Docs, the battery lasted for about 4 hours. A far cry from the 7 listed on the manufacturer's website. The Nano comes with Alpha OS, which is a rebranded elementary OS, complete with a Pantheon desktop. I don't see much difference between the two, and the only issues I have are minor inconveniences I can easily tweak. One very odd peculiarity of this machine is the backslash or pipe key. Though labeled as such, it reports as keycode 94 and produces less than and greater than signs. There are workarounds for this, but the fact that the keyboard appears to have a standard layout but behaves this way is so strange to me, especially for a key that I, like many Linux users, use pretty much every day. Okay, a couple other small gripes. The power jack does not fully insert into its receptacle. I think this gives the impression that it's cheap, but it is in there snugly. Similarly, when you use the SD card slot, the SD card only goes about 1/4 of the way into the machine. I don't like this either. Overall, this is a decent machine. With these specs, the Centurion Nano weighs in at $849 as of the time of this review, which feels slightly too high considering you can get the Centurion Ultra with the same specs for $50 more, and the Ultra also has an Nvidia graphics chip. Oh yeah, and they gave me one of those to review also. Subscribe to the channel to see my review of that machine coming up soon. But what do you think? Do you own an Alpha product? What do you think of it? Leave me a comment and let me know, or tweet at me at the Linux Gamer. If you enjoyed this video, you can share it with your friends and make sure you hit that like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching.